So I recommend you're going to have to pull out your script, and I'm going to pull up my script right now. And you need a general sense of how many images you're going to have to acquire. It's going to be a lot. My script, I think I came up with like 32 photos. So I would time it again, read it, see how long it takes you to read your script. And again, it took me there 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And if you convert that, that's 160 seconds. And on average, I've found, and this will I'll be holding you to, that most people are at anything less than 3 seconds, it's too fast of a transition to go into another photo. Anything more than 4 or 5, they start getting bored. I'm going to be saying that pretty much for your slideshow for problem and solution, yours are going to be going pretty much probably somewhere between 4 to 6 seconds each as they appear. So here, when I went ahead and I calculated that at 5 seconds each into 160 seconds for this entire segment, that came to 32 photos. And when I look at my thing, it actually came to 33 photos. It's a good thing when I went out to get the photos, I actually got more. I recommend right now, look at your script, and this is what I do. I'm going to turn on the highlighter right here. I go through and I say, okay, I'm looking at this text right here. For 1,000 years, the Elwha salmon have been following hatching, and I realize, I need to go get some photos. That just took me about 12 seconds, this segment here. So I'm going to do 2 to 3 photos just on the images of the Elwha River. Then when I get into this section, remember this is all about speed. You don't want to spend time doing this. You want to get through this segment as fast as possible. So here I'm looking at this and I realize I got another 8-10 seconds, and I'm going to need pictures of the actual king salmon or Chinook salmon. Then I go ahead and I look into this section here, and I see how it's a part of its migration pattern. So there's 1 to 2 photos. Then I see how they're in the food supply. That's 1 to 2 photos. I'm going to go take these out. Then down here, birds rely on them. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm reading all through my script, and I'm trying to determine how long, what do I need to go out and get. And I'm taking notes, so write this down. What do you need to get as you read your script? This is going to make it so much easier for you. And then as you read it, you go, because that just took me 12 seconds to read that, that means I'm going to need to at least get probably 3 images if I put them at 4 seconds each. And so here I'm keep going. Habitat destruction, I'm going to need images of fish farms. There I'm going to need another 2 there. I'm going to need at least 3 or 4 on dams, because this whole thing here is on dams. So go through, read your script, both for the problem and the solution, and start adding up how many photos you need for each. Then you're going to take those numbers, and the next step is you're going to go into Google Images, and we're going to start getting those images as fast as possible. Again, don't waste time. You got to move through this as fast as possible. It's very quick to do if you just don't get bogged down. Go for it.